lies in mastering a few powerful habits that protect their peace and keep them unbothered. Staying calm begins by understanding that while you cannot control every situation in life, you always have full control over how you react. Every day we are faced with unexpected challenges. Someone cuts us off in traffic, a colleague makes a rude comment, or a plan falls apart at the last minute. In those moments, many people allow their emotions to take over, reacting impulsively with frustration, anger, or disappointment. But the secret to remaining calm and unbothered lies in mastering your reactions. Your reaction to any situation is a choice, whether conscious or unconscious. Most people operate on autopilot, allowing their emotions to dictate their actions without pausing to reflect. However, emotionally strong individuals understand that reactions shape outcomes. When you react impulsively, you often say or do things you later regret, escalating conflicts instead of resolving them. But when you pause before reacting, you regain control over the situation. The ability to take a deep breath, assess the situation logically, and choose a composed response is what separates those who remain calm from those who get easily rattled. This skill is particularly crucial in difficult conversations. Imagine someone insults you or spreads negativity. The immediate urge might be to fire back with an equally sharp response. But in doing so, you give that person control over your emotions. The true power lies in your ability to remain unaffected, responding in a way that aligns with your values rather than reacting out of emotion. When you master this, people lose their ability to manipulate your state of mind. One way to develop this control is by practicing mindfulness. Becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings without letting them dictate your behavior. When you feel triggered, take a moment before responding. Ask yourself, will this matter in a day, a week, or a year? Most situations that disturb our peace are temporary, and learning to let go of minor irritations strengthens emotional resilience. Mastering your reactions doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather channeling them constructively. It means recognizing that anger, frustration, and stress are natural feelings, but they don't have to dictate your actions. The strongest people aren't those who never feel negative emotions. They are those who refuse to be controlled by them. The ability to remain calm in any situation is one of the greatest skills you can develop. One that will protect your peace, improve your relationships, and allow you to navigate life with clarity and confidence. Stress and frustration often arise from trying to control things that are simply beyond your influence. Many people spend countless hours worrying about situations they can't change, what others think, how people behave, or circumstances that are out of their hands. This constant struggle to manage the uncontrollable leads to unnecessary anxiety and mental exhaustion. However, the key to staying calm and unbothered lies in shifting your focus toward what you can control. When you understand where your true power lies, you free yourself from the burden of worrying about things that don't deserve your energy. You can't control how someone else responds to you, but you can control how you respond to them. You can't always change the outcome of a situation, but you can control the effort and attitude you bring to it. This shift in perspective is empowering because it puts you back in the driver's seat of your life. Instead of wasting time and energy on things outside your influence, you redirect your focus toward actions that bring positive results. This mindset shift transforms frustration into focus and chaos into clarity. When you focus on what you can control, you start to approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset. Instead of being consumed by the problem, you look for ways to improve your situation. For example, if a project at work isn't going as planned, you may not be able to change the deadlines or external circumstances, but you can adjust your approach, seek help, or refine your strategy. By focusing on actionable steps, you not only regain a sense of control, but also increase your chances of success. Focusing on what you can control helps protect your emotional energy. People who remain calm and unbothered don't let external noise distract them because they recognize that worrying about things beyond their influence is a waste of valuable mental space. They understand that by staying centered and focusing on their own actions, they safeguard their peace. This mindset allows them to stay composed even in turbulent situations, because they know their power lies in their response, not in trying to control the uncontrollable. Ultimately, focusing on what you can control empowers you to take responsibility for your life. It frees you from the grip of stress and anxiety, allowing you to approach situations with confidence and composure. When you master this principle, you no longer feel the need to react impulsively or dwell on things beyond your influence. Instead, you become proactive, deliberate, and unshaken, no matter what life throws your way. Stress and frustration often arise from trying to control things that are simply beyond your influence. Many people spend countless hours worrying about situations they can't change, what others think, how people behave, or circumstances that are out of their hands. This constant struggle to manage the uncontrollable leads to unnecessary anxiety and mental exhaustion. However, the key to staying calm and unbothered lies in shifting your focus toward what you can control. When you understand where your true power lies, you free yourself from the burden of worrying about things that don't deserve your energy. You can't control how someone else responds to you, but you can control how you respond to them. You can't always change the outcome of a situation, but you can control the effort and attitude you bring to it. This shift in perspective is empowering because it puts you back in the driver's seat of your life. Instead of wasting time and energy on things outside your influence, you redirect your focus toward actions that bring positive results. This mindset shift transforms frustration into focus and chaos into clarity. When you focus on what you can control, you start to approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset. Instead of being consumed by the problem, you look for ways to improve your situation. For example, if a project at work isn't going as planned, you may not be able to change the deadlines or external circumstances, but you can adjust your approach, seek help, or refine your strategy. By focusing on actionable steps, you not only regain a sense of control, but also increase your chances of success. Focusing on what you can control helps protect your emotional energy. People who remain calm and unbothered don't let external noise distract them because they recognize that worrying about things beyond their influence is a waste of valuable mental space. They understand that by staying centered and focusing on their own actions, they safeguard their peace. This mindset allows them to stay composed even in turbulent situations because they know their power lies in their response, not in trying to control the uncontrollable. Focusing on what you can control empowers you to take responsibility for your life. It frees you from the grip of stress and anxiety, allowing you to approach situations with confidence and composure. When you master this principle, you no longer feel the need to react impulsively or dwell on things beyond your influence. Instead, you become proactive, deliberate, and unshaken, no matter what life throws your way. Emotional intelligence is a powerful tool that allows you to stay calm and unbothered in any situation. It's not about suppressing emotions, but understanding them, managing them, and using them to your advantage. People who possess emotional intelligence have the ability to step back, analyze a situation objectively, and choose the best response. They don't allow their emotions to take control or cloud their judgment. Instead, they recognize their feelings, process them, and respond in a way that aligns with their values and goals. This skill prevents impulsive reactions and ensures that decisions are made with clarity and purpose. When you develop emotional intelligence, you gain the ability to pause before reacting. This brief moment of reflection allows you to evaluate the situation and decide whether an emotional response is necessary. Often, what feels like a crisis in the heat of the moment turns out to be a minor inconvenience when viewed with a calm mind. Emotional intelligence helps you distinguish between what requires your energy and what doesn't. It teaches you that not every situation deserves a response, and that silence can sometimes be more powerful than words. Another critical aspect of emotional intelligence is empathy, the ability to understand and consider the emotions of others. When you can see a situation from someone else's perspective, it becomes easier to respond with patience and understanding. Instead of reacting with frustration or anger, emotionally intelligent individuals choose responses that de-escalate tension and foster positive outcomes. They don't allow external negativity to influence their internal state, which keeps them unbothered and in control. Self-awareness is another cornerstone of emotional intelligence. When you're aware of your own emotional triggers, you become less vulnerable to situations that typically unsettle you. Self-awareness allows you to anticipate emotional responses and prepare yourself mentally to stay composed. By understanding what pushes your buttons, you develop strategies to handle these situations gracefully, preventing unnecessary emotional turbulence. Developing emotional intelligence also strengthens your relationships. People are naturally drawn to those who remain calm and composed, even in high-pressure situations. When you demonstrate emotional maturity, you build trust and respect, because others see you as someone who can be relied upon in difficult moments. This ability to remain centered and thoughtful gives you a significant advantage in both personal and professional interactions. Emotional intelligence empowers you to remain calm in the face of adversity. It helps you maintain control over your emotions, respond with wisdom, and navigate life's challenges with grace. By mastering this skill, you position yourself to stay unbothered and composed no matter what circumstances arise. Emotional intelligence is the key to staying calm and unbothered, even in challenging situations. It's not about ignoring or suppressing emotions, but about understanding them, managing them effectively, and using them to guide your decisions. People with high emotional intelligence don't let their emotions control them. Instead, they recognize their feelings, analyze the situation, and choose a response that aligns with their goals. This ability to stay composed in difficult moments separates those who react impulsively from those who respond wisely. Emotional intelligence allows you to see beyond the immediate situation, giving you the clarity to make better decisions without being overwhelmed by emotions. One of the most powerful aspects of emotional intelligence is self-awareness. When you're aware of your emotional triggers, you gain control over them. You can anticipate situations that might unsettle you and prepare mentally to respond with composure. Instead of being caught off guard by negative emotions, you can acknowledge them and choose a constructive response. This level of self-awareness helps you avoid unnecessary emotional turbulence and keeps you grounded, no matter how chaotic the situation may seem. Another critical component of emotional intelligence is self-regulation, the ability to pause and reflect before reacting. When something triggers an emotional response, there's a brief moment where you can choose how to respond. Emotionally intelligent individuals use this moment to assess the situation, ask themselves whether the response they're considering is beneficial, and choose a path that serves their best interests. This small pause can make the difference between reacting impulsively and responding with intention. Empathy also plays a significant role in emotional intelligence. When you understand the emotions of others, it becomes easier to navigate difficult situations without losing your composure. Empathy allows you to see the situation from another person's perspective, which helps you respond with patience and understanding instead of frustration. It reduces unnecessary conflict and allows you to maintain a calm and collected demeanor, even when dealing with difficult people. Emotional intelligence strengthens relationships by fostering trust and respect. People naturally gravitate toward those who remain calm and composed in challenging situations. When you handle emotional situations with grace, others view you as a reliable and stable presence, which strengthens both personal and professional relationships. In the end, emotional intelligence empowers you to stay calm, unbothered, and in control. It helps you manage your emotions, respond with clarity, and maintain composure regardless of external circumstances. Mastering emotional intelligence equips you to navigate life's challenges with setting boundaries is an essential skill that protects your peace and allows you to remain calm and unbothered. Without clear boundaries, people often find themselves feeling overwhelmed, taken advantage of, and emotionally drained. Many individuals struggle to set boundaries because they fear disappointing others or being perceived as selfish. However, the truth is that boundaries are not about pushing people away. They are about protecting your mental, emotional, and physical space. Establishing boundaries is an act of self-respect that ensures your energy is directed toward things that align with your values and goals. When you fail to set boundaries, you open the door for others to dictate how you spend your time and energy. This leads to feelings of frustration and resentment because you end up doing things that don't serve your best interests. Boundaries allow you to define what is acceptable and what is not, creating a framework that protects you from unnecessary stress. When people know where your limits are, they are less likely to cross them, which results in healthier relationships and greater peace of mind. One of the most important aspects of setting boundaries is learning to say no without guilt. Many people struggle with this because they fear disappointing others or being perceived as unkind. But saying yes to everything often leads to burnout and emotional exhaustion. When you learn to say no with confidence, you create space for the things that truly matter. You acknowledge that your time and energy are valuable and should not be wasted on things that drain you. Saying no is not a rejection of others. It's a powerful affirmation of your priorities. Boundaries also help you maintain emotional stability by protecting you from toxic relationships and negative influences. When you establish boundaries with people who constantly bring negativity or drama into your life, You create a buffer that prevents their energy from affecting your peace. You're not obligated to tolerate behavior that disrupts your emotional well-being. By setting boundaries, you communicate what is acceptable and take control of the kind of energy you allow into your space. Moreover, setting boundaries teaches others how to treat you. People respect those who have clear boundaries because they understand that such individuals value themselves and their time. When you demonstrate that you are not willing to compromise your peace for the sake of pleasing others, you set a standard that encourages others to treat you with the same level of respect. Boundaries create a healthy dynamic where mutual understanding and respect can flourish. Boundaries are not about controlling others. They're about taking control of your own life. They allow you to decide where your energy goes and what you will tolerate. When you establish firm boundaries, you create a protective barrier that shields you from unnecessary stress and emotional chaos. This empowers you to stay calm, unbothered, and focused on the things that genuinely matter. By mastering the art of setting boundaries, you safeguard your peace, protect your energy, and ensure that your life is aligned with your highest values. Practicing mindfulness and living in the present moment is a powerful way to stay calm and unbothered no matter what life throws at you. Many people live in a constant state of anxiety because they are either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. They replay past mistakes, regret missed opportunities, or obsess over things they cannot change. At the same time, they worry about what might happen tomorrow, creating unnecessary stress about things that may never occur. This mental tug of war between the past and the future robs people of their peace in the present moment. But when you learn to practice mindfulness and focus on the now, you free yourself from this mental chaos and experience a deep sense of calm. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. It's about observing your emotions as they arise, acknowledging them, and letting them pass without allowing them to consume you. When you practice mindfulness, you train your mind to stay grounded in the present instead of being swept away by worries or regrets. This shift in awareness allows you to respond to situations with clarity and composure rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or frustration. Living in the present moment also helps you appreciate what you have instead of constantly longing for what's next. Many people become stressed because they are always chasing the next goal, the next achievement, or the next milestone. While ambition is good, an obsession with what's ahead can rob you of the joy and peace available in the present. Mindfulness teaches you to slow down, savor the moment, and find contentment in where you are right now. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life, fostering gratitude and inner peace. When you practice mindfulness, you also develop the ability to observe your thoughts objectively. Instead of being controlled by your thoughts, you learn to detach from them and see them for what they are. Temporary mental events that come and go. This awareness gives you the power to choose which thoughts deserve your attention and which ones can be released. As a result, negative or anxious thoughts lose their grip on you, allowing you to remain calm and composed even in difficult situations. Mindfulness also enhances emotional resilience by helping you stay centered during challenging moments. When faced with stress, disappointment, or conflict, mindfulness allows you to take a step back, breathe, and respond with intention rather than reacting emotionally. This practice creates a mental buffer that protects you from being overwhelmed by external circumstances. Over time, this emotional resilience becomes a powerful tool that helps you navigate life's ups and downs with grace and confidence. By practicing mindfulness and embracing the present moment, you cultivate a sense of inner peace that cannot be easily disturbed by external events. You gain the ability to remain calm and unbothered regardless of what's happening around you. This practice not only protects your mental and emotional well-being, but also empowers you to approach life with clarity, focus, and unshakable peace.